exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
Boy, howdy shit, how y'all doing? Damn, it's Tuesday. And it feels like it, baby. Anyway, I'm glad y'all are here. Oh shit, that's not what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to do that. Anyway, it is Tuesday. Irene Lambert was the first one to jump in, followed by Dorothy Tyndall, JT Libs, Gordon Marbles here. Thank you all the way. Bunny Griffin, Nancy Halverson, Kelly Harris, Nancy Wright, Robin Atkins, baby, David Ritchie, and Tom Reinhold are here. Miss Chick, thank God. Anyway, Woke Mike is here. Damn, Woke Mike. And Carl Vogel, Oscar's here, Jamie B., Sharon Betridge, thank you very much. Jeff Curry. Joan down here, man. Woo! Anyway, it is Tuesday. And I'm not going to lie to you and try to bluff my way through shit. For the last 2 days, I have not been in the news. I have been sitting out in the sun with a cage full of puppies and a sign that says "Free Pibbles." And over yesterday and today, thank goodness we found homes for all 8 of our puppies. And I ain't gonna lie to you, it broke my heart every time I gave one away. That's just the way John is with dogs. If I would have had a choice, I'm sure I probably would have kept all 8, but it wasn't feasible. And so yeah, I'm a bit sunburned. I'm a bit worn out, but thankful that I was able to find homes for all of them. And the last one went today at about 3:30 in the afternoon, and yeah, I've been kind of bummed out since, just because, I know I did the right thing. I know I found them good homes, but they're still my babies, and kind of hard to let go. Anyway, Mr. Chick, I'm not prepared, baby.
So you're a little crispy fried is what you're saying.
I am definitely crispy fried. I have sweated out more than I care to admit between yesterday and today. And not to mention getting harassed by the police. Are you shitting me? Yeah.
Can't give away puppies along the side of the street.
No, you can't do that. That's against the law. Really? Yeah. We were sitting out there with a sign, "Free Pibble Puppies," and we had already given away 4 in the first 30 minutes that we were at this spot. And it was near a Petco and whatnot. And we were feeling pretty good, and then the law come by and said, "No, you got to move out of the city limits." And so what we did was we went deeper into the city, and yep, went right downtown Corpus Christi. Well, not downtown, but
see
out
how
on Padre
you are,
Island.
John?
Huh?
I said, "See how you are."
I am. Challenge me.
Total
like that
disregard.
Shit. I'm not trying to make money. I'm trying to find a good home to these dogs. And all, and I've seen all sorts of shit going on the side of the highway, and but we didn't have any luck at that spot. And so today Tyler and I went down to another spot down here on the highway and put the sign up, and thankfully we found homes for all of them. So,
Oh boy,
yeah,
that is hard.
it is. It is. You know, it's you get attached to little shits,
Yeah.
even though
Even with
you know,
all the shit.
even with all the shits and the piss and everything else that goes along with that.
There's those
it's
cute little
still-
noses, and
Yep,
they smell like
yep.
bees, and yeah.
Hey, before I forget, because it's right in front of me, because I called this out at the end of last week's or Sunday show, and I wanted to make sure if she's out there that she heard me. Donna Sorensen had sent me a card with a very nice donation in it, and I want to thank her very much. Kind of pulled John's
you,
ass
Donna.
out of a sling. So I just want to thank her for that, and didn't want to let it slide
Yeah.
by.
Every little
Anyway.
bit helps.
It does. It does these days. I'm sure everybody can relate to that too.
Well, I have
It's,
about 18 pages of notes.
Oh, knock yourself out, girl. Catch me
Well,
up
first-
on what I missed.
Before we get into politics, I just want to say George Wendt passed away this morning. He was Norm on Cheers. If you remember.
Oh, Norm. Yes.
Norm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Norm. Yeah, that was. I saw that on the news. That was heartbreaking. 76, I think he was, or.
He was definitely entertained me for a while, and
Oh, yeah.
and different things
Oh,
that
yeah.
he did. I still liked his Saturday Night Live stuff where he did the Bears.
The Bears.
The
Yeah.
Bears.
Fortunately, we've
Yeah.
lost
He
quite
was a
few
character.
here lately.
But yeah, tons of notes here. Let me scoop them up. Where do we want to
Scoop 'em up.
start? Good
Give
Lord.
him a shuffle.
Yeah, right. I started numbering them, and why am I numbering them? Other than to keep track of them.
Oh,
So, well, I started out this morning with SCOTUS crap. Just the idea of the what I call red light, green light game that they play. Because last
they
week,
play?
SCOTUS said red light and stopped the regime from deporting certain Venezuelan immigrants from a certain area of Texas. And that was in regards to the claim of using the Alien Enemies Act.
Alien Enemies Act.
But yet, green light. The SCOTUS gave the green light to at least temporarily eliminate temporary protective status for 350,000 Venezuelans. So, yeah.
Hell of a job they're doing, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why do we give protective status to somebody and then jerk it away?
Well, it's that dastardly
Because the
shadow
threat
docket,
didn't go away.
I think. And pretty much, I think it was Roberts who said, get your shit in order. We need to do this the proper way. So if you don't get the wording right, I'm going to send it back down to you, and you're going to get the wording right. That's pretty much what's going on. We can't help your agenda if you make it stupid. So that's pretty much what he told them, I think, in my mind.
Boy, howdy shit.
So there was that.
There was
And
that.
then, corporate extortion.
Corporate extortion. That sounds
That's
like
what
a
I call it.
crime.
Oh, yeah, well, sort of, maybe.
Yeah.
Because, Verizon, the Verizon company, the phones and communication,
Right.
and has had a positive history of claiming DEI policies up until they hit a wall with the new FCC. Because Verizon needed approval to acquire Frontier Communications, a broadband tech company, for $20 billion. But
And?
FCC said, not if you have that pesky DIA shit. So
Really?
Verizon has 86'd, there's that word, DEI, effective May 15th. FCC announced its approval of the acquisition on May 16th. Well, what do you know about that?
Go figure.
See how that works?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bow, bow, bow. You get what you want.
That's what it seems like.
Does seem that way.
He's
That one
threatening
I'm gonna
everybody. You know.
skip for now because that's a little harsh. And then,
Yeah,
I
corporate
wanted
extortion.
to
It's a
call
new
out,
brand.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's
Mm-mm.
some, well, I want to call out, is this the one? Oh, no, not that one yet.
Not yet.
Where is it? Senator Collins.
Yeah.
Now, Senator Collins is a Republican from Maine.
Yes, she is.
And Senator Murkowski is a Republican from Alaska.
And they've
But
stood up in the past.
I think it's been suggested that we send those two specifically, and as more come up, them also, letters of support and thanks for standing up and speaking out against what they don't like on their party side. Because
Those
two of them
have
done
done
that.
quite a bit.
Yes. And I do have addresses here. I might have to type them out in the chat when I get a chance. I can't do it
Well,
right
they're
this
easy
minute.
enough to find. You could go
Well,
to
these
US.
are their home office.
Right.
The office in Maine and then the office in Alaska. I have those right there.
I'm
And
sure you.
here's an action for everybody.
Okay. All right.
Send a card to the Government Accounting Office, the GAO,
GAO.
because it's where you file complaints about what you might think the government is.
Overstepping
It's
their
for doing
bounds.
wasteful things that are happening
Right.
in the government, right? So filing
I
a
could tell you a
complaint
big
about
waste.
the proposed military parade on June 14th as a waste. Because the GAO defines waste as that which squanders money or resources. So, complaints can be submitted anonymously. And you can do that by phone, by fax, which I don't know how anonymous fax would be. It usually gives you something on the other end.
Right.
Email via a contact us form for the GAO. And then I also have an address to mail to the GAO that we can do. But say something like, thank you for the opportunity to report government waste and abuse. The June 14th planned military parade serves no real purpose and is expected to cost tens of millions of taxpayer dollars.
Yes.
And at a time when we're cutting programs that are a benefit to the American people, it represents a lack of financial prudence and therefore is wasteful. Please cancel this parade. Thank you.
I wish.
Well, we can try, can't we?
We can try.
Yeah.
And we should. Our voice is our only weapon. Our voice is our only power. So we use it liberally. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, like golf trips.
And then, of course, more action on, because it might be a little while before this big ugly bill, that's what I call it, the big ugly bill, gets through the processes, because there's a lot of markups and then back and forths and then arounds, and it could take up to 6 weeks. It probably won't. I don't know, because they have their agenda with timing sometimes that doesn't. So there are hidden gems, or perhaps hand grenades, in the big, beautiful budget bill, as they call it.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you have time, make calls to both Dem and Republican reps before they vote on Wednesday. So if you have a Republican rep, call your Republican rep.
Call your representative.
You know what I'm talking about.
And
Argue
voice
with
your opinion.
Republicans that they are taking basic living rights away from the larger population with their bad math tax distributions, and emphasize with Dems that a vote to pass this crap is a vote for them to have to not have any political power over corruption. Yeah. The non-profit killer provision was scrapped, but that's very little. But don't bother to call other reps that aren't yours. Don't do that. Those calls aren't recorded by staffers, and it just takes up time when other people could be calling in to their people. So don't do that. But we still have time to do that too. You can look that up. And then the last part is you've heard about the charges against Representative Monica McIver in New Jersey.
No, I have not.
She was one of the ones there with Mayor
Yes.
Baraka
Yes.
at the correctional
Yes, the
facility.
congressional lady that was arrested.
Yeah, they've officially slapped some felony charges, I think, on her.
Ain't that some bullshit?
It's some bullshit.
It
Yep.
is some bullshit.
It is. So they're, call out and send her some love too. Yeah, and then 16 Dems voted to advance the Genius Act. A crypto-friendly bill that will enable Trump's continued corruption. So
And
if
there
any
were
of
16
these
Democrats that
people
voted
are your
for it?
representatives, call them and tell them how much you don't appreciate that shit.
16 of them.
16 of them. 16
That's
Democrats.
That's bullshit.
So if you hear a name that's yours, because I didn't write down which state they're all from. I don't know all their states. A few of them I do, but also Brooks, Blunt, Rochester, Booker, Cortez Masto, something like that. Fetterman, that's Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Gallego, that's Arizona. Gillibrand, I don't
Really?
remember where Gillibrand's from. Hassan, Heinrich, Lohan, Ossoff, Padilla, Rosen. I think Rosen is, isn't that Nevada? Schiff, California, and of course Michigan,
Really?
Slotkin, and
Adam
Warner. Adam Schiff, yep. Yep, I don't know what their excuses were. I don't know what they're thinking. They are
I
not.
think they got a deal in some crypto. That's what I think.
I don't think we should be letting a whole lot of crypto happen yet. That's still too unknown. It's too unknown, and I know what they want to do with it. So that's
You know what
definitely
Donnie
a no-no.
wants to do with it? Grift like hell.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's exactly what
Yeah.
Donnie wants to do with it.
and as always, as a reminder before we get to the end and I forget,
Okay.
there was voting today in Pennsylvania, primary type voting all across the state, and something that I probably haven't emphasized, and this goes out to our recent Blue Dots who have moved across the country. Don't
Yes.
forget to re-register in your new residence.
Oh, I don't think we
Even
have
if
to
you
worry
live
about.
just across the street, don't forget to re-register.
Mm. Yes,
It's
it's been a
important.
hell of a move for Pauline and Robert. Yeah, and they're still dealing with it because, like I said, moving is just half of it. Getting there and unpacking is the other half. So, yeah, she's been under a lot of stress here lately, and I just I keep her in my
I
heart.
hope she's taking a breath and unpacking slowly. That's what I hope.
I encourage that all the time. To
Yeah.
breathe, take a little time, but she's in a very responsible position. She's got her mother and her brother to take care of, and
Yeah, it's a lot to do.
it is a lot. It is a lot, but she's a hell of a woman. So, I have all the faith in the world in her. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I'm going to try and
life
type
gets a
in
little
those
tough.
addresses, John, and why don't you pull somebody up?
I see a hand up down there. Sammy66 has his hand up, and we'll see if he wants to join the conversation. And of course we see an old familiar face down there that I always enjoy talking to. And there's Dave. There's Dave.
Yeah, guys, how are you? Hello,
I'm doing
mate.
fine,
Hello.
Dave. How about that's a lie? I'm not doing fine. I'm worn out, brother. I'm worn out. I
the-
feel like the energy has just drained from my body.
The world is worn out. I mean, it's just a daily thing in everyone's news worldwide. It's Trump, 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 which is what he loves. You know, it's what he wants. Whether it be bad news or good news, it is what he wants. He knows that it's a fishing game, that a percentage of those people he his name are going to be rallying his efforts to become the biggest dictator ever in the world. I just can't believe that this man has achieved nothing but got as far as he has and made as much as he has, all based on solid lies.
Oh, he's made plenty of money. He's made plenty of money. For the biggest coward that has ever been in the White House, the biggest thief, the biggest liar, you know, it's
John, he's going after now Obama. He's ordered DOJ to start investigations into Obama, Harris, Oprah Winfrey, Bruce Springsteen, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, anyone that has said anything negative. He is investigating them.
Talk about weaponizing justice. You know, all that shit. That's what he's always done, though. He's always accused others of doing exactly what he's doing.
He's done worse than
he's done a lot worse.
Anyone he's accused of. And, you know, what he's accused other people of are basically lies as well. It's not as if those other people have committed those offences he says they have done to cover up his actions. He's just a bullshit. And I want to ask you, I'm just so confused about the polls. We're hearing over here his poll numbers are going up, and I just can't believe it.
We don't pay attention to those.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to the polls. I really
That's
don't.
the other question. That's the other question.
We're way too early.
Who do you believe in the polls these days? I mean, I noticed that a lot of the polls that they used to be able to get 5 years ago or 4 years ago, they don't do it anymore. You don't see the polls. It's very hard to find an honest poll.
Go figure.
Some of these polls have them at 32%. Some have them at 45%. I mean, what the fuck? But anyhow,
it's a good question, Dave.
Yeah.
Hello, Sammy. Are
hey, how
with
you
us?
guys doing?
There
Boy,
you go.
Mission Chick. I was just gonna tell Mission Chick, you know how to lay the table, man. I was like trying to keep up with all your points. I'm gonna say something about all of them. Like, shit, I can't.
It's a hell of a task, brother.
Right, but as far as you know, like, I mean, got to stay engaged with your congressman and all that shit. I've been doing that, and I'm in a red district, obviously, but he sent me an email yesterday, and he just basically everything was about him being in our district and all the stuff he was doing, mainly for law enforcement, getting them concealed carry permits and letting retired cops buy guns. Blah blah blah. And I said, well, that's all well and good, but you know, this reconciliation bill is not only stabbing middle and poor Americans in the back, but it's going to kill poor and old people. I mean, guaranteed, no doubt about it. It's like,
those are the people he don't give a shit about.
I know, but it's like even one is too many.
But the rich people get more money in their pocket, which is important. As long as the rich people get more money in their pocket. You got 900 billionaires in America, and they're the only ones that are going to benefit from this bullshit tax thing
This
that
big,
Trump's got
beautiful
before.
bill that he's got going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Where it cuts Medicaid secretly. It's all worded that it looks fine, but it's not fine. It's just the smoke and mirrors that Trump presents to.
That's exactly what it is. And I'm about tired of hearing the words fraud, waste, and abuse. You know, I've listened to those words my whole career with the Navy and the Army. It's something that we battle all the time. That's how come you hear news about $1,000 hammer and shit like that. There is fraud, waste, and abuse, no doubt, but not at the levels that he claims. But he knows that's it's hard to argue against. Well, we're going to get rid of fraud, waste, and abuse. Well, of course, that's great. Let's do that. but not the way he's doing it, because it's not
Yeah,
fraud, waste, and abuse. It is just pure.
He's making something that's as simple as someone's painting on the wall of a building, comparing that to they fucking burnt it down to the ground. You know what I mean? There's nothing. I mean, it's dollars and cents in the way what really happens. But what Trump's doing and organising is millions and millions in fraud that he's taking.
Hey, Dave, one of our blue dots just checked the polls. Where is it? Where is it? Jeff Curry. Jeff Curry just checked the polls, and Donnie's at 99% approval. per Donnie. Per Donnie.
Oh, I'm so happy.
You know, I heard even what he's out there today, I think, or yesterday. I can't remember what day I caught it on the news, that he's claiming that he's going to lower drug prices by 85%, maybe 90%. Really? Really? When is that going to happen?
100%.
Because that would save my son a whole boatload of fucking money.
He was claiming that a fortnight ago, John. He was sat there saying that he was doing that a fortnight ago, maybe longer. That's old news. Nothing's come of it. It's still talk, because it keeps the MAGA crowd happy.
Yes.
I mean, it's just.
Hey, did you hear gas is under $2 a gallon now? It's like $1.25, I heard, or some shit like that.
When
he spits shit out.
They always say he's going to do this, he's going to do that, but they never say he has done this and he has done that.
No.
Because when they're asked, what has Donnie done for you?
I'll give you the answer. He's made everybody's life miserable. How's that?
Yeah.
That's what he's done.
Yeah. And some of these people are realizing this. I mean, in this pile of red caps, which they only wear the red hat to cover up the circumcision marks on their head, but in this pile of MAGA crowd, there are some that are more educated than the others. And then some of those that are more educated maybe are sitting down at the kitchen table saying, fuck, we're doing it hard. And Trump's been there a while, you know, and, you know, what he's been promising is not really happening. I think there's a few of them coming, you know, to their senses. But the purebred MAGA, that's, you know, the Confederate flag at the back of the ute, they're just brain dead. And you can't help them. But every country's got those. Right. We've got them in Australia. Every country's got
a cancer that is so bad that it takes, I mean, serious chemo and radiation and everything they can throw at it. You know, so to get through this, it's going to be, they're going to have to feel some serious goddamn pain. And they will. So, I mean, all this shit probably isn't going to stand when it all is said and done. You know, but
they hear the word tax cut, Sammy. They just hear tax cut, these MAGA people, but they don't hear the for the rich. They don't hear that. They just hear the tax cut.
That's what they're going to realize, though.
You know, they're the real stupid ones. As I said, the semi-stupid ones are starting to realize. But 99%...
Not enough of them yet.
There's 1% to go. Maybe that 1% will get rid of Trump. Look, seriously, if he's over 30%, I'd be shocked. In real numbers. If they'd done a true poll in average, not the suburbs that love Trump. I mean, there's suburbs that love Trump that benefit from his corruption. And there's suburbs, a lot of suburbs that don't. But if they had done a survey in the middle there somewhere and got the average person, and not the one-sided person, because I guarantee Fox, when they do their poll, they go to the elite suburbs where the money is. But if you get down to the nitty-gritty and go to the suburbs where the middle-class shop and the working class, I think you'll find he'd be struggling to get over 30%. Seriously. Personal view.
Hey, let me call out Stephen. Yeah. Let me call out Stephen Walsh, who came in with a $10 donation and said, "Hope it's cool by you. Those damn storms are devastating happening. Big, beautiful bullshit." You know,
and FEMA's being
and we're getting into hurricane season. We've had tornadoes here lately, and what is the news that you hear? that they're cutting FEMA. They're cutting the weather forecasters, the environmental,
scientists.
yes, this environmental scientists that give us the crucial information we need.
What are
in
they called?
times
They're
of-
called what are they? Meteorologists. That's what they're called.
Yeah.
Meteorologists.
Yeah,
You know what's ironic about that is they do it. I mean, what? 2 weeks from fucking hurricane season? Genius. You know what I mean?
Ain't
They're
it?
going to remember that. These people are going to remember that. It's like, that son of a bitch cut fucking FEMA a month before hurricane season.
yeah.
But I believe the job numbers are dropping, and factories are closing. It's got to be hurting some people. I mean, there are people in those factories that are closing, that are losing jobs. They've got to be,
National Weather Service.
you know,
Thank you.
they've got to be pissed, really pissed. They must.
think.
Some of them have mortgages. It's going to be hard to get a job unless you work for shit money. That's what it's going to be. So many unemployed that are earning, the average earning 50 grand a year, whatever it may be. He's going to have to accept a job for 35 grand a year to get re-employed, and that's how they're setting up the system. If you can compete with the robots and AI, this AI thing is a big worry. I mentioned it last show. It's now getting more publicity. It's a 10-year lock the law in, and AI is going to be the in everything. So
Now, they're
It's
playing
scary.
whack-a-mole. They're playing whack-a-mole with the American worker. You know
they're
what I
playing
mean?
Big Brother.
Yeah, well, we're the
Big
ones getting hit
brother.
right in the head.
Right?
Yes. Yes, it's oh, I
Can you
don't know. You
imagine
know,
can you imagine the damage Hitler would have done if he had the same technology now? I mean, if Hitler was at what technology we have now was back in 1940, can you imagine how Hitler would
yeah,
have won
we'd
the
all
war?
probably be speaking German.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the power that he holds right. This is shit.
He controls the
Right now, my head is
information
just
circuit.
caught
Yeah.
up in so much bullshit that this man has done everything from his big, beautiful bill to the way he's treating Ukraine to, just you point to it. Everything. The man is just,
Yes.
he's,
Anti-American.
yeah. Yeah, I'd say so.
it's
Anti-democracy, anti-freedom,
and yes, anti-multiculturalism. And that's the world now. The
Yeah.
world is multiculturalism.
Yes.
That's what gives countries. I mean, we love
And that's what
going
we
to
were
these
founded
suburbs.
on. Give us your poor huddled
Yes.
masses yearning to be free. Now it's, well,
So
if
is
you're white,
Australia.
if you're
I mean,
white,
Australia is most countries have that same attitude adopted from America. We'll take you hungry, we'll take you sick and you're ill and you're disadvantaged. If they're not terrorists, of course, we screen
Right.
all the immigrants. You were screening them. You never had internal terrorism really. And I don't know when America had an internal terrorist attack since McVeigh or whatever it was that blew up the FBI building, or the 9/11 wasn't internal, that was external.
right?
So I don't know why he's saying running around that we've got terrorists. These people are all terrorists. Who within America has blown up America or any building? Only another American, a white American.
Well, we had one in Oklahoma.
We did have it.
We had one in Oklahoma
Yep.
City. Homegrown terrorist,
That's not bad compared to other countries.
former military, white guy, decides to blow up a federal building in Oklahoma City.
Oh, he wasn't Hispanic. He wasn't
No,
Hispanic.
no,
he
no,
wasn't
he was-
Venezuelan. Oh, he was
No.
a white American.
White guy.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see,
white guy.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone, the cops would say, move on, keep going, no interest in you.
Belong to one of those groups.
Yeah.
Well, we did just have one blow up, a car bomb, and another white guy.
Yeah.
And,
They were not really Hispanic either, were they? They tried to kill the president. That was his own fucking people.
yeah.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, the guy on the roof.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
Yeah.
a Republican.
he was a Republican.
I don't
Yeah, I
think
think
we
there's probably
know
going to be
who
a
he
whole
was.
lot of conservatives that are going to be pissed off at him. You know, like we keep saying, all the crap that he's doing it's not a political difference there. It's going to hit both people. It's going to hit everybody. So the conservatives are going to suffer just right along with the liberals. And I don't think they're going to like that shit. You know.
And the other thing is that I see in the news on CNN, which I think is bullshit. They're saying FBI investigating Elon Musk for crimes or offense. I mean, I don't believe that's honest news. I think that's just something to satisfy because there are many within the MAGA crowd that are pissed off with Elon Musk as well. And I think they're just trying to appease those people with a bullshit news headline. That's all it is, to shut them up or keep them quiet. Because Elon Musk, I don't think any DOJ is going to investigate Elon Musk, who's a right-winger. By the way, I think those South African refugees have arrived in your country?
I believe they have.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Very quiet. They got in there quietly, didn't they? It wasn't any hoo-ha or anything about that.
Well, you know, Dave, they're white. We don't got to worry about them, you know? They're white people, so we ain't got to worry about it.
We got an echo.
Music in there or something.
What did you just do, John? You turned on your own Discord thing and now it's echoey.
Did I?
What is that?
What did I do?
I don't know. Everyone's getting 3 times the show.
That's better.
Is that better?
It's better.
Yep.
All right.
No, it was just in Discord. He didn't do it on YouTube.
Whew. All right. Adrian.
How's this bullshit? Sorry, how's this bullshit about Trump having a go at the news media, saying, you know, basically was threatening him with action about reporting this plane was a gift. Yet he said it was a fucking gift, but he's saying that it wasn't. Now they're saying that it was a acquisition. They thought they can get the Air Force One quicker by buying or acquiring that jet. What's going on there? I mean,
that doesn't make any sense. That's
we found out that they didn't offer the jet. He asked for it.
Yeah.
If you're not using it, can we have it?
Jet before he was even elected. I mean, they flew it to Mar-a-Lago or wherever before he was even elected. So he's known that was coming down the pike. And now they act like it's some big birthday surprise or some goddamn thing.
Yeah.
And that parade's going to cost you apparently close to $100 million or something.
I don't know what's happening.
Different
I'm
estimates.
going to have to apologize.
Yeah, you don't look good, John. Run
No,
to
I
the
don't.
bathroom.
Yeah, my apologies.
Maybe you got too much sun.
Yeah, that's probably what it is, baby. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming by tonight. We'll make up for this shit tomorrow, Remy. And
Good night, everyone.